Now let's move on to something a little bit more controversial. Where is it? Where did I put it? The Mac or the Studio Display. Okay. I was really excited for this display, and I pre-ordered one. And then I started doing some digging. And you're not going to want to hear this. And
I don't know. It's not that bad, but you've got some buyer's remorse, huh?
I'm actually thinking about either canceling my pre-order. So I'm either going to cancel my pre-order or I'm going to use it. And if this thing doesn't impress the hell out of me, I'm going to send it back. And I'll tell you why. The more you look into this, the more I've looked into this, the more I feel like I got scammed. I got scammed. Apple's scamming us on this one. And I'm going to tell you why. I'll go into all the specs here in a second, but the more you look into this Studio Display, the more you realize it's literally just an iMac, an M1 iMac. They removed the Mac and they raised the price $300 and they're selling it to you as a display. And that is no joke. Like when you go through spec by spec and look at these two products together, there are way too many similarities to be a coincidence. So before I dive into everything, I will say it does look like a beautiful display. And I think for people who are just needing a general business monitor, I think it's actually a really good display. My quibble is with the price. I think this should be $1,000. I think the $1,600 price tag is actually outrageous for what you get. And so what do you get? It's $1,599 with the normal stand. It has 5K resolution and 600 nits of brightness. Okay. Now the 600 nits of brightness is 100 nits brighter than the M1 iMac display, and the Studio Display is also larger, so it's 5K, right? Has the same pixel density as the M1 iMac does, but it is larger. It's 27 inches instead of 24 inches. So you're getting a larger display with better brightness and higher resolution. So there's that. But other than those three distinctions, these two things, the M1 iMac display and the Studio Display, are literally identical. They both have support for 1 billion colors. They both have wide color P3 support. They both have True Tone. They both have, and this is literally the exact same language used on both pages on Apple's website, high fidelity 6-speaker system with force canceling woofers. The exact same sentences used on both product pages. And all these other things I'm about to say, literally the exact same on both product pages. Wide stereo sound, support for spatial audio, studio quality 3 mic array with high signal to noise ratio and directional beamforming, exact same on both product pages, and support for hey, you know who. So
wow, that's the oh man,
that's the kicker.
You got that built right into your monitor.
And I think one of the reasons why they built that in the monitor is because it gives you hey, you know who support for older Macs that wouldn't otherwise support this feature that no one actually uses.
Right.
So there's a lot of extra expense that goes into this monitor to build in features for older Macs that don't have these features. And so I'm not kidding. Let me show you some pictures. Not only are the specs the same here, guys, but when you look at these pictures side by side, it is literally the exact same thing. I am not joking. Let me bring this up. Whoops. I'm going to show you a picture. Okay, so I know it's kind of small. Here is the iMac, the 24-inch iMac. Now look at the foot. You guys can't see this. Sorry, Leander and Lewis. Just look at the stream. Look at the way the monitor is shaped. Look at the hinge right here, the foot. So keep that in your mind's eye, deep in your mind's eye. Ready? And now I'm going to show you the Studio Display. Is this it? Yeah, here it is. Let me just copy and paste that in there. And I'll go back and forth between these so you can see what I'm talking about. Oh, whoops. Did I put the wrong son of a gun? We'll have great fun. I put the wrong link in here, so let's just go to it manually. Studio Display, where is it? Studio Display, there we go, learn more. Okay. Oh, dear me. Let me go through all this video here. Son of a gun, where is it? I freaking lost the picture, which is really gonna grind this point to a halt, isn't it? Let me just search Studio Display here. Sorry, no, this is great television. I had it all lined up.
Technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back with the show as soon as you can.
I think what happened was TC, he knew that I was going to be making this point. And I think he hacked into my Google account and messed with my data here. Shoot, I can't find a picture of it now. And I need that picture. Yeah. So I'm losing my
really?
I'm losing my thunder here, but does anyone have
You're
a
just
profile
looking for
I'm looking
That's
for
all you're looking for is a
I'm looking for a profile picture of it. And you know what?
a profile.
I bet you Oh, here we go. I found it. Here it is. Oh, no. Hold on. There it is.
Jeez.
Got it. Thank you for bearing with me. Okay. Here's the side profile pic of the studio display. Okay. iMac, M1 iMac, studio display. M1 iMac, studio display. Sorry for those of you listening. You'll have to go, and I'll put links to this in the show notes so you can check it out. This is literally the exact same body. They just made it bigger.
But those other ones are colored different.
Well, there's a silver one, Lewis.
That's
There's a silver one. So there's literally the exact same color, the exact same format. They just made the size of the display larger by 3 inches. They increased the resolution by 0.5K. And
took out the computer.
So there you go. I mean, that's why I feel like it's kind of a scam, because Apple took the iMac and removed the Mac and raised the price and is selling you just the empty shell of a display for $300 more than you would pay for the iMac. Am I right or am I right?
Well, you kind of, yeah. It is bigger, and it has an A15 or chip, right?
Yeah, it has an A13 versus an M1.
A13, yeah.
It's got a worse chip.
Well, TC knows what he's doing. Fun.
He is a magic master of marketing. So that's all I'm saying is like when I look at these side by side, I feel like I got scammed. I'm like, I just bought the studio display. It's $1,500. I didn't get the one with the adjustable height because that would have been $2,000. And it's the same as the M1 iMac, except there's no Mac. And the other thing is and this is kind of the thing that if it had HDR, I probably could have let it go. I've been like, okay, I'm getting scammed, but at least it has HDR. But there's no HDR. It's 2022. This display is $1,600. People are making HDR videos. This has no HDR. That's why, for me, I'm like, I don't know if this is a good fit for me, and it may be a good fit for you if you don't care that you're getting scammed, and you just want a great business monitor because it has the 1080p FaceTime camera built in with like the great looking image, like the same picture quality as like all the new Macs do. But for video editors, I would have rather this display been 4K, 32 inches, HDR than 5K, no HDR, and 27 inches. So I'm going to use it. I'll see how I like it. I'm sure it's a really beautiful monitor. Like I said, I think the problem is the price. I think they're charging way too much money for this. It should be $1,000, in my opinion. It should be less than the iMac.